As the United States and Taliban hold a fifth round of negotiations on trying to find an end to the Afghan conflict, I sat down with the spokesman of the political office of the Taliban here in Qatar to get some answers on where negotiations are headed in this one-on-one express. Sohail Shaheen, thank you so much for speaking to TRT World. We are in the middle of crucial talks between the United States and the Taliban. What has been achieved so far in the fifth round of talks?
We have divided the Afghan issue. In our view, it has two aspects. The first aspect is external aspect of the issue, which is to talk to Americans about withdrawal of their forces from Afghanistan, and also their concern that to making sure that the soil of Afghanistan is not used against them and their allies. After that comes the internal phase. And internal phase, we talk to Afghans.
But the Americans are saying that these things need to move in parallel, that the Afghan government needs to be brought in to be part of this dialogue. So you're not ready for that yet?
Yes, I have seen that in reports, but that the Americans are sitting with us and talking with us on these two issues. That means they have agreed on these two issues.
Do you see the Afghan government as a legitimate government representing the people of Afghanistan?
If you see that government as a legitimate government, then why we are fighting? There is a cause. We see it occupied. That is why we are talking to the Americans.
The Afghan government has been saying that the Taliban is not a legitimate force, that the Taliban is a proxy of external forces, including Pakistan.
I totally refute this claim. Pakistan has its own national interest. We have our own national interest. We respect their national interest, and we also want all neighboring countries, including Pakistan, to respect our national interest. But that we are their tolls, Pakistan tolls, or any other country tolls, that is a lie and just empty claims.
There is some apprehension in the Western media within the Afghan government that if and once the Americans pull out their 17,000 odd soldiers and troops in Afghanistan, the Taliban will take over all of the country and revert back to its old ways. How would you respond to that?
Totally wrong. We do not want to dismantle institutions. We want even to strengthen those institutions. But of course, we will reform them. There will be need for reform. That is something natural and necessary. But that we abolish institution, that is a wrong claim, and we totally refute that.
What does this reform entail in your mind? What needs to be reformed?
For example, the army should defend borders of the country, and they defend their Afghan national values, Islamic values, their sovereignty, independence. So all those values.
What about women's rights? What about education for girls, for example?
Yes, we are committed to girls' education and women's rights.
So there should be no apprehension in anyone's mind on this particular point?
Yes, we said in the Moscow conference and in conferences that we participated in the past. In all those conferences, we openly and publicly said we are committed to all women's rights in the light of Islamic rules. And because alhamdulillah we are Muslim, all the Afghan people of Afghanistan, they are 100% Muslim people, and so we are committed, and in that commitment comes their right to education and their right to work.